grow up, I want to be a builder. I can build anything if I'm a builder. I'm Franco and I'm 5 years old and I like going on the trampoline.
My name's Tallie, my husband is Matt. We had our son Franco in 2020. He was born at Christmas. Franco was very confident, very outgoing. He was always the first one up on stage at any baby or toddler group. He's always been quite cheeky. He's always loved being with other people and other children. He's always been very social. He's always enjoyed days out and just doing all the things that children like to do, making mischief, making mess. We took him to the GP a few times before he was diagnosed and was told everything was fine. He had some symptoms, but then he started having bruising. The GP said that it's probably just nothing to worry about, like boys will be boys, he's a young kid, don't worry about it. And then we had a call from the nursery one day saying that he had a big bruise on his hip. It didn't look as big when we'd seen it before, but when he come home it was quite large, so we'd taken him to the GP. They said it's not worth taking him for a blood test because that would be too much for him to go through. But then I was with a friend and she said, why don't you just take him to the Evelina for a second opinion, because it could be like a vitamin deficiency or something. So I did, and within a couple of hours we found out that Franco had cancer. It was devastating. If I had to sum up how I felt in 3 words when Franco was diagnosed, I would say fear, sick and shock. We're lucky that Franco doesn't really understand what cancer is, because I can see with the other parents that's harder when you have an older child who knows what the seriousness of that is. I think it's sometimes hard to pretend that you're happy when you're scared. All in all, Franco's treatment will be about 3 years long. We're 10 months into that. We give him daily chemo through his nasogastric tube, his NG tube, and then he has push infusions through a port in his chest at the hospital. He also has like a long infusion on the drip through the hospital, and he also has, because there were leukemia cells in his fluid around his brain, the cerebrospinal fluid, he has to have the chemo injected into his spine. So he goes under general anaesthetic for that, and he'll have a lumbar puncture and they inject the chemo into his CSF, the spinal fluid. We didn't really realise how long the treatment would be or how much of an impact it would have. Both myself and my husband Matt have not been working for the past 10 months. That has a massive impact because I've not been paid. You're worrying about your sick child, but you're also worrying about your bills. Our mortgage has gone up by 50%, so you're worrying, are we going to have to do something with the house? Are we going to afford the shopping? And the other problem is that getting to the hospital, Franco's not meant to mix because he's immunosuppressed, so he can't go on the train, which means that we need to drive, and obviously then you're looking at petrol to get there and back. It's probably between an hour and a half, depending on the traffic for us. I wake up in the morning and then you remember, oh yeah, my son's got cancer. That's really hard. And sometimes when his face is at the side and you see the side without the NG tube in, you think he almost looks normal, and then you remember again, like, yeah, my son has cancer. Lennox Children's Cancer Fund, we were put in touch with them by the oncology nurse quite soon after Franco's diagnosis. So to start off with, they gave us a grant which helped towards shopping. At the time, Franco was using a wheelchair and we were looking to buy a wheelchair with that money. They provided a respite holiday for us, so we went along to Apple Tree Cottage. We had time away to be together as a family, which we otherwise wouldn't be able to afford at the moment. The Lennox SOS groups have really helped Franco as well, because it meant that he was able to run around in a safe place, which because he's immunocompromised, he's not been able to mix too much. But the SOS groups provided him with a safe place to be able to run and be with other children, and he really enjoyed running around. It was really lovely to see him making friends. As well, it's put us in touch with other parents who have gone through the same thing. So to be able to talk to people who understand, so it's really nice to be connected to others as well. Businesses who choose to support you are helping us when we wouldn't be able to do that kind of thing otherwise. We don't have any other means of being able to do things like go away with our sick child. To any other parents who have just heard that their child has cancer, I would say it is hard, but just draw on whatever support you can around you, and just for you to know that although there were a lot of rubbish days, there were also some days where we did play and we did laugh and we did make memories.